Orange Unicom 91898, radio check, please.
You are loud and clear, Stoney.
Thanks, David. We're going to fly all the way to Columbia downtown for the breakfast club this morning.
Hope you topped off.
Yep. Hamilton Owens traffic 898 turning left base to short final, runway 31.
Wasn't it easy to believe I would be broken forever? Thought I would never see the light. You didn't need me, so I went looking for somebody better. Thought I'd be sadder, but I'm fine. Washing my tears away, I watch my heart break, go down the drain. My heart break, go down the drain. Go down the drain. I finally learned how to let go. I don't even feel the echo of your touch. I've never been so Wasn't it easy to believe I would be broken forever? Thought I would never see the light. You didn't need me, so I went looking for somebody better. Thought I'd be sadder, but I'm fine. Washing my tears away, I watch my heart break, go down the drain. 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 It wasn't easy to believe that I would miss you forever. Always be tethered to your love. Grass isn't greener on your side. You're wishing we were together, but I'm not. Just watch.
It was suggested to me that, especially considering where we are in the presence of the items and history in this hangar, that it would be appropriate for us this morning to begin the proceedings with the Pledge of Allegiance, since we have such a big flag and such a national treasure here. So would everybody get up, please, and let's begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, guys. I want to welcome y'all to the South Carolina Breakfast Club this morning. We had some intrepid people brave the weather, and we even got out and flew around the pattern once before we got here. Gotta say, you've flown to the Breakfast Club. I want to thank Peggy and Owens for hosting us. I want to thank SCHAF for providing the facility and the tables, and Chapter 242 for doing their wonderful job with the food, as they always do. The God of Grits came through again. Ron had great grits this morning. His are the ones that I usually grade everybody else's by, because he spoiled us early. So thank you, guys. Let's give these guys a hand. Who have never been to a breakfast club before. Excellent. Well, y'all are now lifetime members. This organization started in 1938 in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Thomas Summers, who was a local businessman there and flew an air coupe at the time, wanted an excuse to get out and spend some time with his daughter before church every morning. Hence, this is why we have it on Sunday. And they would pick a different place to go and have breakfast. And it wasn't too long after they started that some of his friends, who were also flyers, got wind of what he was doing, so they'd call him on Saturday night, say, "Tom, where you going tomorrow? We'll meet you." And it went from there. About every other Sunday, they would get together and go to a different place. Of course, back then, this was 87 years ago, 88 years ago. They could go to some places we can't go now. They used to land down on the beach near Georgetown and have somebody trailer in tables and chairs. They even landed on Main Street, Lamar one year. The police cordoned off each end of Main Street. They landed on Main Street, backed the airplanes up. This is not a Gerald story. We've got pictures for this. ball is a tradition that was started by Mr. Summers as an award for the person who made the worst landing. And what happens is the person that made the worst landing had to sign the ball and take it with them and bring it back to the next meeting. And as it started out, the people who had to sign the ball were so embarrassed they didn't come back. So they lost so many balls between 1938 and 46 that the president just held on to it. And Gerald, my predecessor, was president of the Breakfast Club for 30 plus years, had the same ball all that time, and it was so deflated. Okay. It was so deflated that it looked more like a raisin. He carried it around in a bowling bag. Any of you who've been coming to the Breakfast Club for any length of time when Gerald was here, it was amazing that that stayed together. And it went through 4 airplane wrecks with it. And it's now on display in Orangeburg at the South Carolina Breakfast Club display in Orangeburg. And we've got this one. And we were looking at it the other day saying it's going to be about time for us to start a new ball because there's almost no place to sign anything on it. And I don't believe we've got any good candidates for the ball this morning. It got to the point that people were making such good landings that we had to start finding other reasons for people to sign the ball. So we started coming up with people who made good landings, especially in tailwheel airplanes, or people flying unusual or very well-restored antique airplanes. And the last thing anybody wants to do is say, oh, well, I'll never sign the ball. That's a death wish, because you will sign it if you come up and say that. But this morning, I don't think we have any real valid reasons for anybody to sign the ball, so we're just going to leave it for that. Y'all aren't going to believe this. I'll go through it just for the heck of it. But I won. Now I'm embarrassed. First number's a 0.
Yay!
Second number's a 1.
Yay!
Third number's a 0.
Yay!
Fourth number's a 3.
No,
Fifth number's a 9. And last number's a 5. And it's sitting right there.
Have you ever won, Stoney?
Once. About 15 years ago. The interesting thing about this, the last Breakfast Club Gerald ever went to, and the man had been president of the Breakfast Club for 30 plus years, had never won the Breakfast Club, never won the pot. The last breakfast club he went to, he won the pot. And he put the money in his pocket, and he passed away not too long after that at work, and the money was still in his pocket.
Unicom 91898, taxiing from the ramp to the hangars. Thank you all for having us for the breakfast club this morning.